Hey, sixth graders, welcome to Organizational Skills class. One of the things Miss Nikki and I wanted to share with you this week was about dealing with change and how we deal with change during times that we weren't even expecting it. And this time during distance learning is a really good example because we weren't expecting to have this big change, but it happened and we're having to deal with it, but still make sure we use those skills that we learned before about staying organized during this time as well. So let's look real quickly at a few items about dealing with change. So if you look at the slide here, it says change is a normal part of life. You might have to deal with the change when you change from middle to high school, if you lose a friend, or if your family moves, or even smaller changes like having a substitute teacher. When you have to go through change, you need to deal with it head on instead of trying to avoid or escape the change. So some things we're going to practice this week and reflect on a little bit is how to deal with those changes when they come, because they will come. That's a part of life, but we need to know how to deal with those changes, how to keep our same strategies and skills that we've learned in the past with us while we go into a new change. So here's some tips and tricks. First, acknowledge your feelings. It's okay to be scared, nervous, or upset about changes sometimes. Number two, identify the positive. There's always something positive that we can think of during a change. Number three, use self-talk. Think to yourself or speak to yourself or write down a list of things to remind yourself that things will eventually get better. Even though they might be scary or difficult right now, things will eventually get better. And number four, accept uncertainty. It's okay if you don't have all the answers right now, but know that you can work towards finding those answers or finding solutions with others. So in thinking about this, on the next slide, you'll see an assignment from Miss Nikki and I where you'll have to just acknowledge some of the changes that have happened over the past few weeks. This could be changes that had to deal with school or something in your family or just in the world right now with this pandemic. Go ahead and complete the next slide.